I'm Jessica Condit, senior reporter for Engadget.com, and I'm here at IndieCade at E3. This is one of my favorite spaces of the show because they have some of the weirder games. They're a little more innovative and they're usually made by smaller teams. And the cool thing about today's exhibit is there are a lot of games that you're never going to see in your living room. There's dancing, there's meditation. It's a super cool area, and we're going to check out some of the weirdest and most creative games on the floor. This is Magic Dance Mirror, and it's a Connect game. We don't see many of those anymore, but this is a huge screen behind me that's actually reading players' movements as they dance. And you can play with like little light features and like fire and make little hearts in the air. It's really fun actually. And this is maybe made for dance clubs. This isn't something you put in your living room necessarily. It's more for a big party atmosphere where people can really get down and see themselves on screen. This is Beautiful Corner, and I've honestly never seen a game quite like this. It's almost like an escape the room type of situation. The entire setup behind me is the actual game. There's no real controller, you're not going to be looking at a screen, and it's, wow, I mean, it was this really kind of soothing experience, a magical journey through growing up, having imaginary friends, and remembering that magic of childhood imagination. So in the game, I was Avery, and I was a girl who got a secret random message from her imaginary friend who was a rabbit. And after that, I go to this location, this house, and a housekeeper gives me a letter, and that starts off the whole story. I have to go through drawers. I had to open some drawers in the correct order after looking at all the trinkets inside, all these letters from my imaginary friend. I had to look under the bed for postcards. I had to open a trunk. And there were secrets all around the space that led me to a key in a wall and a trunk full of magic water. And I got to choose whether I wanted to drink it and believe in magic or pour it out and grow up and do my taxes. So this is Octobo, and it's an adorable game that has a big stuffed octopus with an iPad in the front that has his face. And then there's a little book that goes with it, and you can take pieces out of the book and give it to the octopus. He'll eat certain fish. He doesn't like other fish. He makes little faces. It's something for kids to play with and maybe learn how to read and interact with the actual iPad. But then, if mom and dad want to take the iPad out, the kid can still cuddle the octopus. Is kind of the idea. It's super adorable, and it should be coming to Kickstarter eventually. So this was Interactivity, and it's a very immersive VR experience because it has the backpack, and it obviously is taking place in this huge tent, which you don't see when you're in VR, but it really does add to just this feeling in here, very, very calm, especially in the midst of this craziness.